joined with Nathan Reynolds, who is the Manufacturing Quality Technician. Nathan will tell us a little bit about what happens in his area. And maybe we'll start with, what brought you to Dumur? What's your background? What's your education?
Well, my education is varied. I have a business degree from a long time ago, but I didn't really enjoy that. So I got into manufacturing in 2008 in the Lower Mainland in BC, and worked as an inspector there for about 6 years before I came to Dumur. I have a family, and we wanted to come back to Saskatchewan, where my wife and I are both from.
Nice.
And so Dumur had job opportunity, and they accepted my application, and here I am.
And here you are. So in this present role, how long have you been?
4 years.
For 4 years now.
Yeah.
Awesome. And this is kind of the job do we want to call it your dream job, or is it?
I enjoy inspection because it has the things that I like. It has something technical.
Yeah.
So I get to use machines and tools that have technical knowledge required, right? It has, there's a lot of theory behind it too.
Yeah.
So I enjoy thinking about things.
Yeah.
And I get to use computers. I get to do hands-on stuff. I would be bored sitting at a computer typing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Here I get to use my hands. I get to solve problems with either parts coming in or parts coming through, feedback to the floor. I get to work with people. It's not just me. I like working by myself, but it's always better working with other people.
Nice.
So these are some of the things that keep me in inspection.
Awesome.
I get to do something I enjoy that challenges me, but I do it with people and in a way that helps, move products through.
Well, thank you. So yeah, show us some of this equipment that you work on and maybe how it works.
Yeah, pardon the look. So for the most part, I do most of the inspection out here in this room or in this area, I should say, because I have the most room. Sometimes we have quite large parts.
Right.
And because of that, I have a large scanning arm here. This is just a FARO arm. Right now it's set up to scan with a laser. I was going to scan this part here. I can show you really, really briefly.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Maybe if it'll wake up. Okay, you can see on the screen here. It's if I'm not in the way here.
So the purpose of doing that is to...
Right. So I use this FARO arm, or I use this mobile CMM to measure parts.
Okay.
So for me, I'm mostly looking at dimensions.
Okay.
So I'm taking dimensions off of parts. In this case, for this part, I'll be looking at radiuses or size, length, position, and the CMM helps me measure to a greater degree of accuracy than I could with the standard tool.
So when I'm looking at that scan, it looks like is that the piece that you are fixing on it? Is that section there?
This is just recording the physical properties of it. Yeah. And then later on I will have to extract the actual dimensions.
Okay.
And I'm not having... Are you referring to
I guess I was referring to that little bit.
That's just
like
poor scanning. I wasn't close enough.
Yeah.
And I was trying to scan it, and then you saw me move a little bit closer.
That's right. Okay.
So it takes a little bit longer than that to scan most parts. This would normally take me about 2 minutes to scan, even though it's this small, and I spent about 30 seconds.
Well, and just watching you do it for 30 seconds, it's amazing, right? The detail is...
There's... you can see that it's in 3D space.
Yeah.
And you can imagine that part is sitting exactly like this. You can see a little bit of fold.
Yeah, exactly.
The benefit of laser, so right now, this is a relatively new innovation in metrology. That's the science or the study of measuring things.
Yeah.
And it's very common now. And it gives you the benefit of seeing visually any issues that you might have with a part.
Okay. So once it's scanned and you've got that full picture of it, then what happens then?
Well, on this one, let's see if I can. We'll see what we can get.
Okay.
We'll see what we can get. I need to clean it up. I'm just going to move this a bit. Now what I have to do is I have to align it to our CAD model. Oh shoot, I did something. Shouldn't have done. Good learning experience. So this is the technical side of things. There's a lot of options to learn. And all right, let's see what we find. So I have a CAD model, so computer model in here that.
Oh, I see.
It fitted rather poorly.
Yeah.
It fitted poorly. It's confused. It's trying to load it upside down, right? Yeah. That's okay. I'll have to manually tell it where to do it. So once it fits to the model, I can extract features from the model and use those features. For example, I just highlighted some cylinders and some planes, like on the end here, and use those to actually measure the part, make sure it meets the drawing specifications before we move it on to assembly or to welding, wherever it goes next.
So you said this is kind of new technology to do more of this scanner. Is that what kind of training did you have to learn this program?
It's all here.
Yeah.
It's all on the job training.
Yeah.
And there's lots of good tutorials online too to help things out.
Yeah.
But the guys, I didn't use laser scanners before I moved here. I used standalone CMMs, which are for finer detailed stuff. And that's good basic training.
Yeah.
Anytime you're working on a CMM, you're getting all the basics. And then this is all add-on
stuff. Yeah.
So our supervisor, Barry Gray, he showed me some stuff, and then Mark, he's the MQT2.
Yeah.
He's the next guy up. He showed me some stuff, and then I've been working with this almost exclusively for the last 3 years. So now.
So it's really kind of practice.
You just practice until you get it.
Practice makes perfect. Yeah.
And then the internet's great, and we had good support when we first got it.
Okay.
So if you have good support when you first get piece of technology or you're introduced to a job, that always helps.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for sharing that.
Yeah.
And so you do, you said that you are the trainer and you actually do have a trainee that you are working with right now.
Employee here at Dumur, he's the new inspector.
Yeah.
And so has some background in quality, but not at this level.
Okay.
And so I am going through a lot of the basic things. We're using hand tools for measurements. Right now, I'm showing them how to use a thread gauge and proper use storage and all that stuff. And we are inspecting a customer's part. It's been sent to us for repair, and so we inspect it, verify their request, and then find anything else that's wrong with the part so that we can return it to new. We always repair parts to new
better when they came
condition. Yes.
Awesome. Rewards, challenges? What did you say about the job when it comes to that?
Well, rewards, I guess they're all internal. I think it's always nice to see parts going through, because this is how we earn our money.
Yeah.
Nobody wants a job where they're not producing something or helping the company achieve. So what we do here in inspection is make sure the parts start off good and that they're still good before they make it to before they get shipped to the customer. And so that's my reward. I know that the parts I check are good.
They meet the standard that you have.
They meet the customer's standard.
Right.
And then we work together as a team to make sure that everyone's
nice.
doing the best they can and meeting the customers' drawing.
Would one of your challenges be maybe deadlines that you've got, or how would you?
Yeah, definitely. We have a lot of just sheer numbers of parts moving through, or types of parts.
Yeah.
So it's easy to get lost between, just there's so many parts, different parts coming through.
Yeah.
Inspection is always a challenge, but we seem to get it done.
Yeah, you can stay on top of the job.
Yep.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much, Nathan. We appreciate the tutorial on the scanner and showing us the area.
You're welcome.
Thank you.